America, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing the Cofee Book Tag. Now I'm not a person who drinks coffee regularly, but I thought the questions to this tag looked cool, so I wanted to do it anyway. I do own a couple mugs though. The first one says Luke's, and I got his in a Lit Cube unboxing, which I'll link down below if you guys want to see it. I'm a big Gilmore Girls fan, so I'm glad this mug came in that box. The next mug I have is Reading is Sexy, and I like it a lot. I find that statement to be true. Now let's move on to the tag. This tag was created by Bangity Bangs. I'll link his original video down below. I saw this video on Kat's channel many years ago, and most recently I saw this video on Kelsey's channel from Hardback Haven. I'll also link her video down below. The first question is Black. Name a series that's hard to get into but has hardcore fans. For this question, I'm going with Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. This is a very long historical fantasy romance series, and the books in this series are pretty long and thick. I own the first book, but I haven't read it yet. I want to get into more fantasy, and I know I love romance, so I know that I'll like this series. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. The next question is Peppermint Mocha. Name a book that gets more popular during the winter or a festive time of year. For this question, I'm going to have to go with Landline by Rainbow Rowell. This is an adult contemporary book that's quite popular, and it follows this woman who's having trouble in her marriage, but in her family's old home, she comes across this old phone, and when it rings and she picks it up, she's talking to her husband in the past. So this book is just about her personal journey in trying to fix her marriage. This book definitely sounds like something I'd be interested in, so the next time I'm in a contemporary mood, maybe I'll pick it up. The next question is Hot Chocolate. What's your favorite children's book? I don't really have a favorite children's book, to be honest. A Shot of Espresso. Name a book that kept you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. For this question, I'm going to have to go with The Girl in 6E by A.R. Torrey. This is an adult thriller novel, and it's the first book in a trilogy. This book follows a girl named Deanna Madden who stays in her apartment because she has the strong urge to kill people. And Deanna Madden is a call girl online. She does sexual things with people online, and she earns a lot of money, so that's how she makes a living while staying in her apartment. She's comfortable and content with how her life is, but that all changes the day that she realizes one of her customers may hurt a little girl, and she's determined to save this girl. This book was definitely a thrilling ride. I was gripped from start to finish, and I loved getting to know the main character. I would definitely recommend this book and this trilogy in general. It's absolutely amazing. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars when I read it. The next question is Starbucks, and if you're Canadian, this would be Tim Hortons. Name a book that you see everywhere. For this question, I'm going to have to go with The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. This book has been all over BookTube lately. This book is an adult fantasy, but I think it has some science fiction elements to it as well. I've heard this book is really intriguing and really layered, so I'm looking forward to reading this book and the rest of the trilogy for the BookTube SFF Awards. Apparently this book is about this family, and the son in this family gets murdered while the girl in this family gets kidnapped. So it's up to this family to sort of find out what's going on. But there's certain fantasy elements to it as well, and certain science fiction elements, so it's a combination of both. From what I've heard, this book and this trilogy in general adds something new to the fantasy and science fiction genre, so I'm looking forward to reading it sometime in the future. It sounds like it could be the first book to an amazing trilogy. The next question is The Hipster Coffee Shop. Give an indie author a shout out. For this question, I'm going to have to go with Candy Steiner. Candy Steiner writes really amazing new adult books, and she writes really angsty romances. I read her book A Love Letter to Whiskey last year and absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I definitely want to read more by her in the future, since I love angsty romances. I hear she's just an amazing author. Oops, I accidentally got decaf. Name a book that you expected more from. For this question, I'm going to have to go with Redeemed by PC and Kristen Cast. This is the 12th and final novel in the House of Night series, and this is a YA paranormal fantasy series. I have mixed feelings on this series. This series was up and down for me, but this finale was almost anticlimactic and a little disappointing. So I didn't like how his series wrapped up. I was rather disappointed with this book. The Perfect Blend. Name a book that was bittersweet but ultimately satisfying. For this question, I'm going to have to go with Crystal Kingdom by Amanda Hocking. This is the third book in the Canon Chronicles trilogy. I loved how this trilogy wrapped up. It was really amazing. But the one bittersweet thing about it is that a character died that I wished didn't have to die in here. Those are all of the questions for this tag. Comment down below and tell me what some of your answers to these questions might be. And what kind of coffee do you like? I'd love to know. If I ever do start drinking coffee, I'll probably stick with Folgers Classic Roast, at least to start. If you want to see more videos from me, I'll put some videos up on the screen in case you guys want to check those out. Also, sorry there's only one video up this week. This week has been crazy busy, but I promise there will be 2 videos up next week, like usual, on Monday and Wednesday. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one.